Now confirmed. Princess Leonor Denmark wedding changes royal history forever. Now confirmed. The moment the world has been waiting for, the royal wedding that changes history itself. For years, Europe has watched two royal houses grow closer, Spain and Denmark, bound not just by diplomacy, but by love. But no one expected this. Because today, it's official. Princess Leonor of Spain, the future queen, will marry Prince Christian of Denmark, and this union doesn't just unite two nations, it redefines what monarchy means in the modern world. At first glance, it looks like a fairy tale, a royal romance straight out of storybooks. A young queen in waiting, graceful and steadfast, joining hands with the Danish prince raised under the northern lights. But beneath the golden crowns and polished smiles lies a story far more powerful, a story of legacy, duty, and quiet rebellion. This is not just a royal wedding. It's a turning point. Because Leonor, Spain's first queen regnant in centuries, is rewriting royal tradition from the inside out. She's not marrying to strengthen a political alliance, she's marrying for something far more human, choice. And that single decision has shaken Europe's royal establishment. Let's start where it all began. Back in 2019, the world first saw the spark between Leonor and Christian at a private royal event, a brief glance caught by cameras that went viral in hours. The press dismissed it as youthful charm. But behind palace walls, the bond grew quietly. Letters, visits, and discreet encounters followed over the years. By 2023, whispers had become headlines, the Spanish princess and the Danish heir. And yet, both royal families remained silent, protecting a connection that neither court fully approved of at the time. Because here's what few people realized, Leonor was never supposed to follow her heart. Spain's monarchy was recovering its dignity after decades of scandals. Every public step Leonor took was carefully measured, every word rehearsed. Her love life, off limits. But Leonor had inherited something her ancestors didn't, courage. She wanted to show that modern royalty could still be royal, and human. And so, when the official engagement announcement came in 2025, it didn't just confirm a love story. It declared a new era. Royal historians immediately called it the modern union. Why? Because it's not just two young royals joining hands. It's two future monarchs, equals in power and purpose, bridging centuries of tradition. Imagine this, the Spanish crown, ancient and proud, connecting with Denmark's oldest monarchy, one of the most stable in Europe. Together, they symbolize a fusion of North and South, tradition and progress. But not everyone was celebrating. Inside the Spanish royal circle, tension quietly brewed. Advisors feared that Leonor's marriage could complicate constitutional expectations. What happens if both heirs ascend their thrones? Could two monarchs truly reign as equals from different nations? And that's the question shaking royal law across Europe. For the first time in modern history, two future sovereigns are pledging their lives to each other, without political negotiation, without arranged design. It's love rewriting the royal code. But beyond the politics, there's something even deeper. In the quiet moments of preparation, sources close to Zarzuela Palace reveal Leonor has been hands-on in every decision, from the gown design to the guest list. She wants this wedding to be personal, meaningful, and symbolic of her vision for Spain's future. She's chosen to wear a blend of Spanish silk and Danish lace, uniting her heritage with his. Even her tiara, redesigned for the event, includes gemstones from both royal families, fused into a single crown. The ceremony, planned for Copenhagen Cathedral, will be followed by a second blessing in Madrid, a gesture that merges both nations' faith and culture. But the most touching part: Leonor's decision to walk part of the aisle alone. A symbol of independence, strength, and self-determination, qualities that define her reign to be. And standing at the altar, Prince Christian, calm, elegant, his gaze fixed on her, represents a generation of royals embracing equality. He has often spoken of Leonor not as a princess to be admired, but as a leader to be respected. When he proposed, he reportedly said, "You're not just my love, you're my equal." That single line went viral within hours, because it captures exactly why this wedding matters so much. It's not just about romance. It's about rewriting royal identity for the 21st century. Gone are the days when royal marriages were strategic alliances. Today, it's about values, love, equality, partnership, and mutual respect. And yet, behind the elegance, pressure still looms. Every decision Leonor makes now carries double weight, as a bride, and as a future queen. The Spanish people adore her, but expectations are sky high. She represents hope, renewal, and integrity after years of royal turbulence. The Danish public, too, watches with pride. Christian, once seen as the quiet prince, has matured into a composed, forward-thinking figure, ready to step beside his Spanish counterpart. Together, they are shaping a new archetype, a royal couple defined not by hierarchy, but by harmony. But how did their families really react? Queen Letizia, known for her modern sensibility, reportedly embraced Christian as one of her own, calling him kind, humble, and worthy. Yet King Felipe, ever the cautious statesman, had his concerns. Behind palace doors, he questioned what such a powerful union might mean for Spain's political independence. Meanwhile in Denmark, Queen Mary, once an outsider herself, immediately understood Leonor's struggle. She has been quietly guiding her future daughter-in-law, offering wisdom from her own experience of marrying into royalty. And it's working. Because instead of two households divided by tradition, this wedding is uniting them. Now, let's talk about the global impact. In just days, media coverage has exploded. From London to Madrid, from Copenhagen to New York, headlines call it Europe's royal renaissance. Millions are expected to watch live as the two royals exchange vows. Hotels across Denmark are fully booked. Tourism is soaring. But beyond the glitter and glamour lies a deeper truth. This event isn't just about monarchy, it's about modern identity. Princess Leonor's story resonates because it's real. She's not a fairy tale figure, she's a young woman stepping into one of the most demanding roles in the world, while staying true to herself. Her choice to marry for love, in an age of scrutiny, tradition, and global pressure, is revolutionary. And it's changing everything. Already, other European royals are following her lead, focusing less on rigid duty and more on personal purpose. Leonor and Christian are becoming symbols of a new royal generation, educated, grounded, and emotionally intelligent. They don't rule from thrones, they lead by example. But there's still one mystery captivating everyone: what happens next? Will Leonor eventually ascend Spain's throne with Christian by her side? Will they redefine how joint royal rule works? Or will they find a new model, one that balances two nations, two crowns, and one love? The world doesn't have the answer yet. But one thing is certain: history has already shifted. Because when Leonor walks down that aisle, she won't just be walking toward her husband. She'll be walking into a new era. A new chapter where monarchy and modernity finally meet. And the world will be watching. This isn't just a royal wedding. It's the day love changes royal history, forever.